Okay, I'm going to show you how to assemble the Nottingham turntable. You pretty much only need a Allen wrench, 5/32. The box has layers of foam where all the parts are protected, and I'll start unboxing it now. This is just a filler piece of styrofoam to take up some space. So here you have the foam layer 7. All the pieces are marked, and they just capture the plinth so it doesn't move around. Layer 7 packing pieces. Then we have the plinth. I've got the drive belt here. I've got feet. These feet screw on the bottom of the plinth. And now I'll take the plinth out. Attach the feet. And this longer leg goes over here. Okay, make sure they're good and snug. These 2 screws are for attaching the tone arm. Now we can turn it over. Okay. We loosen the tone arm whatever you call it, arm base, and snug that screw up. Now we're going to turn it around so that these 2 holes are off the table and it's still sitting on the foot. Here's the tone arm, and you feed the wires through that hole. And the bottom of this piece is 2 threaded holes for these screws. So it's going to be positioned about like this. And now the tricky part is to line up the holes. Put the screws in. Use the Allen wrench to snug up those screws. Okay. Now, before I put the platter on, I'm going to loosen this screw. Going to rotate the arm so it's out of the way and snug the screw back up. Okay. Now we have layer 6 of the foam. This is the platter mat, and this is the dust cover for the platter. Set those aside. Another layer of foam, layer 5. It says tools, pulley, drive belt. There's no real tools, there's no pulley. I don't know what those are for, but it's not necessary. Now we have the base. So I'm going to move the plinth out of the way and set the base up here. Okay. Put the plinth up on the base. Okay. Now we've got some more foam pieces. Layer 4. They're just used to box in the base in the box. Here's the layer 4 main foam piece. Some small layer 3 pieces to box in the platter. Platter comes out next. This is the underside of the platter, the spindle, and that just drops down into the bearing well. Before you assemble these, you should use Q-tips and isopropyl alcohol to clean that out really good, get all the lint or anything out of it. And then I use automatic transmission fluid. I've always felt that it was a good lubricant for platter bearings. So now we can just, I'm going to do it dry just for demonstration. Okay, I'm going to hit something on the tone arm, the lift. So I'm going to just move the tone arm a little bit. Okay. Now when there's oil in there, you'll just set it in there and it'll fall by itself. It'll take a little while. Now we can put the platter mat on. Now this is still loose, the tone arm mount. That will have to be moved somewhat when you do the cartridge alignment. And you'll use a template. If you don't have one, you can find them on the internet for adjusting the cartridge and the tone arm so that it tracks correctly. Here's a layer 3 piece just to cut out for the motor. Now, this is the motor, and that will sit over here with this curve facing the platter. I'm going to get the box out of the way now. So you want this set up so that the dust cover will go over everything without hitting. So I'm going to just I like to have this leg facing straight forward. The plinth will probably, or the tone arm mount will probably end up about here. Be careful of the end of the tone arm when you put the dust cover on. You want to make sure that's in far enough. So I'm going to go ahead and put the motor belt on. There's 2 grooves in the side of the platter, and there's 2 pulley diameters on the motor. For 33, we go on the smaller pulley, which is on the bottom. And bring it around, get the belt on, and the belt goes into the lower groove on the platter. I've come off the groove a little bit. Try this again. Okay, that's good. Now, let's move this over a little bit. And over there. This doesn't have to be real tight. So now we can try out the motor. When you plug it in and you put your fingers on it, you'll notice that it's vibrating. It's always energized. It's always waiting for you to push the platter and start it. When you push the platter, you give it a fairly fast spin. You want to be a little faster than 33. If you're too slow, the motor won't turn on. So it's running good right now, so everything's good. To stop the platter, you just put your fingers on the sides and it stops. Now when you go to align the tone arm, you'll be probably turning this tone arm mount a little bit to get it in position. Once you've got it there, you'll have to take the platter off and snug up that screw. You could snug it up just a little bit, just enough to keep it well in place so it's not loose like this. Then you can adjust it without having to worry about it moving. A little bit hard to explain, but you'll understand. Now we want to move the tone arm out of the way. Take the belt off. Take the platter off. Okay. I'm just going to set the platter in the box for a minute. Now this is what I was telling you about snugging the screw up. Just Just snug enough so you can move it. You see? Just snug enough so you can make tiny movements and not have to worry about it going out of position or something. There. Okay? Now in the next video, I will demonstrate playing a record. I'll hook it up to my system and play a record on it.